What is the best and worst gift to give your wife? That's the topic of today's video. If you are having challenges in your marriage, download the free marriage repair handbook at hopeformymarriage.com. So we were just talking before the video, and I said, well, what's the worst gift that I've ever given you, and what's the best gift that I've ever given you? And so I'm going to let Carol tell you about both of those, and then we'll pull some key points that you can take away with you.
Early in our marriage, Carl was a police officer and he worked midnights, slept days, worked a lot. He probably worked about most of the time 50 to 60 hours a week. So there was not a lot of time during the holiday season for him to get his shopping done. In one particular year, he ended up shopping at Walgreens at 2 o'clock in the morning. Didn't put a lot of thought in. I think he just wanted to have something under the tree with my name on it. So he bought a cordless phone. So when we got up Christmas morning, which happened to be 5 hours later, this was Christmas Eve that he was doing this, I had a cordless phone with my name on it. Well, I never really did care what kind of phone we had. Everything we had was fine, So that was just something that I didn't care about at all, period, which meant he didn't put a lot of thought into it. So fast forward a few years later, and he has gotten really good by this point at the surprises and thinking about whatever point we were at, what gift would mean the most to me. So one year for Valentine's Day, he arranged a sitter, he arranged for our 3 kids to go spend the night with some really close friends of ours. And I had gotten home, I worked a part-time job, I had gotten home probably mid-afternoon. He met me at the door and said, go upstairs to our bedroom, pick out the dress that you're going to wear tonight, and we're either going to go to the ballet or the symphony, pick out which one you want to go to. And then he had reservations for a very nice dinner planned. And he had gone shopping, which meant he paid attention to my size. He paid attention to the kind of dress I liked. But he also put a little flair and a little creativity into it. And he knew, I'm a classical music lover. He knew that either the ballet or the symphony I would just love it. So, for him to plan every minute of a date night for us was amazing. I had an awesome dress that I liked. He hates shopping. So that's part of what really meant a lot to me, because he dislikes going to the mall by himself. He can barely stomach it sometimes when it's together, but definitely not on his own. So he went out of his way on several points of this to plan this date. So that is the one that anytime we talk about the best gift ever, he knows I'm going to talk about that one because that one has been the best.
Yeah, the tough part with that is it's hard to beat.
Yeah, it's hard to top it.
So, but the key points that I want to give to you today, and what's the worst gift and the best gift, it all comes down to thoughtfulness. Mm-hmm. Am I paying attention to my wife? Do I know what she likes, what she wants? Even maybe some of the things that she's struggling with. As a mom with 3 kids, sometimes the struggle was I just don't feel as beautiful as I once was. I've got the mom bod now. And being able to bring her beauty out for her. And part she didn't tell you about that occasion is I'd actually bought 4 different dresses. Mm-hmm. So there was a dress hanging on each side of the room, and she had to pick from the 4. I knew she would look phenomenal in any of the 4 of them. But what I was really wanting her to do was to feel cherished, was to know that I do care about you and I do pay attention to you, and I appreciate all that you're doing for our family and for our children. And so at the end of the day, it's your lack of thought and planning that makes a poor gift. So buying, Christmas present 5 hours before Christmas morning at Walgreens, probably not going to be a winner. Put some thought, put some time into it. knowing your spouse well, knowing the things they appreciate, and then being willing to, you hear me say this often, make the sacrifice to go to the mall, the sacrifice to make the reservation, the sacrifice to put all of those little things in place. That's what makes a good gift. We always laugh here at Christmas time. I generally don't want much of anything, unless it's just, super crazy expensive, like a classic car. And so I'm hard to shop for, because I just don't, there's not a lot that I want. And so one of the things we always have to, work through at gift giving time is I tell the family what I really appreciate isn't stuff you buy me off Amazon for the most part. What I appreciate is for you to take notice of the flow of my life and to buy things that just make sense for who I am. You've put some thought into who I am as a person, and not just let me do all the picking for you on an Amazon list. Those are the meaningful gifts, and it goes both ways. We put our wish list out there, and it's nice to get the things off the wish list, but it's really the things that are more meaningful that are cherished. And so that's the thought I want to leave you with today. Carol, anything else you want to add?
Oh, I think that's it.
All right. We'll talk to you again soon.